from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's two of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall.
Get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
First carry for Leonard Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 13 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Well, his defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Falcon offense about ready to go to work here for the first time, and leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan.
And I think if there's one quarterback in the league who sometimes gets taken for granted, to me it's Matt Ryan, because I think throughout his career, he's been consistently excellent. Frequent member of the 4,000-yard club, savvy veteran, knows how to throw the deep ball and create big plays. And yes, he will beat you from the pocket.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Patterson powers through him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Ryan. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Ryan. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. Sets him up nicely, 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Charles, a look there at the Falcons draft class for 2021, and this was the first pivot point of the draft. What would the Falcons do it for? Many thought this was a spot to take their QB of the future, thinking, hey, maybe we won't pick this high again for a long time. Instead, the physical attributes of Kyle Pitts were too much for them to pass up.
And many still expect quarterback Matt Ryan to play at a high level, and they think they can win right now. And I know a lot of people are interested in seeing Kyle Pitts match up with Julio Jones and Calvin.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off play action. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Davis. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Ryan to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers. And they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Wait, that, come on, 20. Crouch. Even, 4 down, even.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a give to Fournette. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now it's Ryan. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
action for Davis. Now Ryan. Right back to Pitts again. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan, he finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
45. Mike, 45.
Now Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Bucks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
36 yards on the punt with no return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. You know, their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true, because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with the crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely, give these guys something to cheer about.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. Right there, 54.
Shotgun now for Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Not much there, only a yard. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From midfield, here's Brady. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
59, ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ryan. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Ryan. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Again, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. From the gun, it's Ryan. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10.
Right there, 54.
Here's Brady. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. To throw is Brady. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 20. Brady now on first down. Open man, Gronkowski complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Brady again. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, Brady. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Marvin Jones leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Now it's Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Now it's Ryan. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now a handoff to Davis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Davis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Devin White, the Bucs' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on this stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Ryan. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Down the numbers. There he goes. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now it's Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And out across midfield down to the 45.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Shutting the 80, 125.
In your face.
On 1st down, Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Davis. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Looking to throw. Ryan. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Complete to Zacchaeus. And down inside the 15 he goes.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another 1st down there.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now it's Smith, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Keith Smith punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And Brady's throw there incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady over the middle, complete. That's Evans. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Brady. And that's going to wind.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Brady got to have this one. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays here, passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
That throw by Brady incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. And that's a good catch there for a 1st down by Antonio Brown. And in his career, at one point, he had 6 straight seasons over 100 catches. Not putting up those types of numbers now, but continues to be a favorite of Tom Brady, who recruited him originally to New England and most recently to Tampa.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And he's taken down inside the 30.
First down catch there by O.J. Howard. Well done, and he's got to be excited because he missed a lot of the fun last year after suffering a torn Achilles back in Week 4. But his head coach, Bruce Arians, says the sky's the limit for him in 2021 after rehabbing in the offseason.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Ali Marpet, the guard, caught there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Again, it's Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They begin with a run by Davis, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. I guess give him credit for at least getting back to the line of scrimmage, Charles, because he could have easily lost a couple there.
He showed a lot of fight and grit on that run, and it's the type of play that coaches aren't going to wait for film session to praise. They're going to go to every position and say, that's the kind of effort we need from all of you.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Wait, that 380.
Check right 54. Right 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Check 45. Check 45.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. There's Evans again, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Check, 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 check.
Brady now on 1st down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield, here's Brady. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A pass underneath for Fournette. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Check, check.
Throwing again on second down. Brady. This is caught. It's Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.